Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another episode of What's for Dinner. So tonight, what's for dinner is some breaded chicken breast with some broccoli Alfredo pasta. Delish, am I right? So first, what we're gonna do is I'm going to start off by kind of cutting up, slicing up, however you want to call it, my chicken breast into very thin pieces so that it doesn't take too long to cook, because I'm not throwing these in the oven. I'm just frying them. If you have the extra time to throw them in the oven and just fry them a little with the oil just to get the color and finish them off in the oven, then by all means, you can cut them as thick as you'd like. So while I'm cutting this up, I have my pot boiling with some garlic for the pasta, and these are the breadcrumbs that I used tonight. It's this roasted garlic breadcrumbs, so I threw some of those in my little container, as well as some Parmigiano Reggiano, and I just used this brand right here. I used the shredded kind. You can use whatever you like. This is just what I chose to use. I really like the taste of this brand and when it's shredded like this. But I also did throw in some of the not the shredded, but the one that you use, I don't know, on top of the pizza. What do you call that? Anyways, that one, the one that's finely grated. Maybe that's what you call it. So I just threw a dash of that on top, as you'll see here. This one right here. Yep, that one. Just a little bit, And this is what your mixture should look like after you add everything. I didn't add extra seasoning because the breadcrumbs had it already. Now I'm making a little egg wash here. I used just a couple of eggs. Now, I used a couple methods just to see which one would work best. And the one that worked best was I dipped my chicken breast into some ranch because I didn't have time to let it sit in buttermilk overnight. So I dipped it in some ranch, and then I dipped it into the egg, and then I breaded it, and then back into the egg, and I breaded it again. And that I found that helped it stick a little bit better. The breadcrumbs didn't fall off as easily once they were frying. So here I'm just dipping it in some ranch. This tasted so good, you guys. It came out so delicious. There we go. And then we dip her into the breadcrumbs. Doesn't that look so good? And yes, your hands are going to get messy, but it's fine. It's fine. Ooh, look at that. Yes, honey. And here I'm just throwing some butter into a wok. My noodles are already boiled. They're ready to go. So I threw some butter, and into that butter, I added the, I think it was the Rouse or the Rose. I don't remember the brand of the Alfredo sauce, but it was the expensive one. It was a $7 jar Alfredo sauce. But it was pretty good, so I wasn't mad at it. So I threw in the butter, let the butter melt a little bit, and then I added the Alfredo sauce, and then I added my broccoli into there and the noodles, and I added it all at once. I didn't cook off anything first other than obviously the noodles, and that way the broccoli was still nice and crunchy, but it wasn't raw, and it tasted so good. Oh my Lord. It was delicious. Highly recommend, you guys. So once I add everything into the wok, I just let that cook. I added a little bit of oil so that the butter wouldn't brown on me, because I didn't want like a sweet Alfredo sauce. So I added everything into the wok, and once that was done, I just turned it off. I added some more of the shredded Parm cheese into the pasta just to make it a little more cheesy. That's how we like it. And I just finished cooking off the chicken, and then I added it all together, which you'll see here in a bit. right there. And look how delicious this looks after it's all put together. At this point, the heat was off already. I did not want to dry out the Alfredo sauce. Look at that cheesy. And just look at this finished product. Delicious. Highly recommend. Let me know if you try it and if you liked it. Thanks for watching.